Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. A very disturbing situation. NBC News medical correspondent Dr. Nancy Snyderman has issued a statement apologizing for breaking her Ebola quarantine. Dr. Snyderman, as you may know, and her crew are isolated because the cameraman they work with, Ashoka Mukpo, has Ebola and is being treated in Nebraska. Joining us now from Santa Barbara is Dennis Miller. So, what do you think about Dr. Snyderman going out for soup?
I want to taste that soup. That must be good soup, Billy. I think the restaurant ought to branch out into a canned pasta line called Ebolios, because evidently they're onto something over there. I would like to say that Snyderman would fall into disrepair, might lose her job as a chief medical correspondent. But the simple fact is, Billy, she's probably put herself at the front of the list for Surgeon General. And she might be our Ebola czar down the road.
Yeah, I know she might be.
If Sebelius isn't brought back, she's probably the front runner. Kathleen Sebelius will be the Ebola czar. But we're a screw-up nation, Bill. We're a screw-up nation
but
now.
the doctors should have understood that it's a serious situation in the sense that she is in the forefront of this whole deal. And that she, you know, to leave the quarantine she was ordered under, not in a legal way, though, but saying, look, you can't go out because you might possibly infect someone, to get soup. She could have sent somebody out for soup.
Well,
Miller,
she didn't.
You would have gone out for soup. I would have gone out for soup. I was grammatically incorrect with Miller, so leave me alone. But both Miller and I would have gone out for soup for the doctor. We wouldn't have handed it to her. We would have kind of slid it under the door. But I'm sure she's got people to get her soup.
I don't know about that, Bill, but shouldn't she be fired?
Interesting. Shouldn't she be fired? I don't know whether I would fire her.
She's the chief medical correspondent.
Yes, it's true.
She walked out of Ebola quarantine to get soup. At the very least, wouldn't you, if Ed Murrow were there, wouldn't he say, we can't have you, you understand, be our chief medical correspondent anymore. You lack credibility now.
Yeah, but credibility doesn't mean anything, right? I hear what you're saying. Maybe I would have suspended her. I don't know if I would have fired her.
Billy, you know, this whole thing is really, we're not, you know how they say an NFL team or a Major League Baseball team can't throw the switch in the playoffs? We can't throw, we're in the playoffs now. This is the big leagues. This is something that makes people's eyes bleed. And we don't have it together anymore in this country.
No, that's for sure.
And now we're at code red, and I don't think we're going to be able to deal with this. I don't know what will happen. I'm not going to get Becky in with you. But let's face facts. We are a screw-up nation at this point. Nobody pays for anything. She'll continue to be the chief medical correspondent. I mean, there's nobody, you know, pays any price for anything anymore.
I think you're right on that.
And you want to know how bad this is? I had no idea it was this bad until I heard Obama canceled a fundraiser tonight. You talk about code red. Are we that screwed that Obama's canceling fundraisers? That's how bad it's gotten?
You know why he really canceled it, though? And this is absolutely true. We were going to send Waters up to his Bridgeport, Connecticut fundraiser. I think they got wind of that Waters is going to be up there.
Well, you better tell your friend over at the Jack Victor collection to start putting together some gabardine hazmat suits for you and I to wear on the show.
And you know, that brings me to one of the big costumes for Halloween is the hazmat suit. People walking around with it. I mean, you know.
You know, we don't know how to fix things anymore. I was looking at my end of the world score sheet today, and if I can find the ISIS guy with Ebola, I've got end of the world Yahtzee. That's how close we are.
Dennis Miller, everybody. 9 days from now, on Friday, October 24th, Miller and I will see everybody in Charleston, West Virginia, at the Municipal Auditorium for the Boulder Fresher Show. It's a blast. Info on BillO'Reilly.com. Martha McCallum on deck. If you have stocks, you cannot be happy. McCallum, moments away.